Hello everyone, it's Lost Beacon here, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. This is episode 3. Today, we have a lot to do. I want to get started on getting an actual animal farm going. I want to get our friend, the villager over there, an actual house built, and I want to get Jackson a place that he can live. I also want to get enough iron to make an anvil so we can finally name Jackson and our horse here, and so that way they can finally have their name tags and they will finally stand the part. So first off, I think it would be good to go over some things I did while I was off camera, just because it was some boring stuff that I knew y'all wouldn't really be super interested in seeing. So first off, I finally moved all my chests inside and got all my stuff transferred into them. Of course, none of it's organized quite yet, so yeah, it's just all kind of just in the chest. That'll be a project for an off-camera me, or even a time-lapse. We'll see. You know how much I love my time-lapses. Next, I got our horse here. We got him a nice little area right by the house that I used some fences and fence gate from McCall's Fences and Walls. I also got these berries planted as well as some river mint, you know, just to give it a little bit of a touch. Room is still just as bare, but that's alright. So down here at the old house, as you can see, it doesn't look all too different here, but as soon as we go around this corner and we go to the front, you can notice already the front is a little different, and that's because I completely renovated this old area. And here I used some frame slopes from frame blobs to get this like nice little arch here that I'm absolutely in love with. I got rid of the floor, and the reason is this is going to be our animal barn. You see, I'm going to replace these windows with some windows from McCall's windows, and it's going to be looking all nice and barny. And here's an oak barn door, and you know, it's going to look nice. That's the whole goal here. And of course, Jackson's still here. We need to get Jackson a good place to live because Jackson is a cool guy. Ain't that right, Jackson? But since I'm using this area as an animal area now, that means I had to move the farm. So the actual farm is now over here. And we have our good friend, the villager here, who I'm thinking I may name Gerald, working over here. Right now, he's just wandering around. He's been helping take care of these plants here. So, yeah. We got all sorts of different modded plants and farmable items. So we got like salmon berries, budding tomato vines, you got onions, potatoes are normal, no one cares about potatoes, and cabbage, as well as, yeah, I think that was it, that's over here. I also planted some pumpkins that we found earlier, just so we have those going. So I think the first thing that we need to do is obviously some resource gathering, because we are running low on everything, especially iron and wood. I'm not going to make y'all sit through all that. We're just going to go ahead and do it. And probably going to go into a time lapse. Nice mining montage. Like this. Now we have returned, finally. That was a trip and a half, dude. Whew. Not only did my game crash once, then also my... Excuse me, sir. Excuse me? And then, what are you? It's a black creeper. Phantom creeper. Wow! I kind of want to see you blow up, but I also kind of want to see what you drop. What do you drop? Phantom membrane. Anyway, as I was saying, So, we finally returned, and that was a trip and a half, man. My game crashed while we were exploring the ship, and we lost a ton of loot because of that, and there was some really good loot on that ship that I'm really mad that we lost. But we did manage to gain some of it back, like this other spell book, and we still got to keep the new backpack, which is amazing. Look at all this space. We got a decent amount of loot, and so let's go ahead and get started on smelting that up so we can get started on finally building this episode. So, we've made some new weapons, and we made a nice set of tools for getting wood. So I made some iron javelins. So I made iron javelins, iron spear. I have 4 more axes now that I can use. 16 iron arrows, throwing knife. But this is 16 throwing knives. An iron strengthened bow, and a new iron spear. So I think we should test them out. So we need to protect Gerald, which is what I have decided to name him, is Gerald. Let's go and let's have some fun with these mobs. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nightmare Stalker? What? Oh, it's those things. I seem to have found our Nightmare Stalkers. I think that's enough of it for that tonight. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we got all the resources we could possibly need for this entire build. So let's go ahead and let's get right into building our friend Gerald here a good house. Time lapse, please. Alrighty, so now Gerald officially has a house that he can live in, that we have finished completely building, that I am absolutely adoring this house to begin with. It's not the perfect house, of course. I can never build anything perfect. And obviously, I'm sure you noticed this weird roof design. I was just kind of messing around, and I kind of like how it came out. It kind of looks like a fantasy, modern style roof, you know? So, yeah. I kind of really like the style that it came out with, like I said, the mixture of fantasy and non-fantasy, you know? On the inside, it's kind of bare right now. We got these nice lanterns, and we just got a bed for him and a crafting table. That's all that we have in here for now. I'm sure we'll get more stuff in here eventually, just as we improve. Get some furniture and stuff, maybe like a table with a chair here for eating, like a stove or something. Maybe not stove, but like a... Where are you going? I have a house here for you. Gerald. Gerald, I built you a whole house. No, don't use mine. Go use your house. I built you a whole house. Go use yours. Gerald, you have a house with a bed in it. Go to bed. Go. Gerald, come on. There we go. So yeah, look at that. Gerald now has a house. I'm just going to place my bed in here. We'll sleep in here first night. He seems to like the house, so that's always good. Alright, so now this episode we did not get around to making our friend Jackson here a house to live in, so he will remain in the pen for now, and hopefully by next episode he will have a place where he can live. But luckily we did get this house for Gerald made, and that's always a good improvement to have. And we got a bunch of more wood, and we even went exploring and got a full set of iron armor finally. And yeah, so hopefully next episode we can get Gerald a good house built that he can live in, and not only live in but thrive in and be happy in. And yeah, I'm just going to have to figure out how to move him there. And we'll figure out what that house design is going to be. Until then, I am going to probably do some off-camera mining and hopefully not die too much, just so I can get a ton of iron, and so y'all don't have to sit through all that. And I might work on some paths and stuff. I might just do some small chores around the sanctuary here, which is what I'm thinking about calling it. I think I want to call it the sanctuary. So, of course, right on my outro, it starts raining. But I'm thinking about calling this area the sanctuary, and yeah, so hopefully we can make the sanctuary a safe place for villagers and all sorts of animals. And yeah, so hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out a ton. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Adios.